Hello everyone. So it's the day before the 12-hour time trial, and I'm here just getting my stuff all prepped, and I thought I'd give you guys an overview into what nutrition I'm going to have the day before and what I'll have to fuel me for the 12 hours, and also the skin suit and everything which I'll be using for it. So this is a massive carb fest, certainly not into any of that high fat, low carb bollocks that you see. So for me, what I'm going to have the night before is good old pasta bake. I've got the pasta there. Another one here, so like 2 lots of that. Tuna in there for a bit of protein. Then we've got sweet corn peas, and then I'm going to chuck in some frozen veg as well to bulk it up and have, like, you know, some peppers and all that, give it a nice bit of colour. Kit wise for the race, I'm going to use this bad boy. As you can see, still got the labelling. I've not actually used it yet. I've tried it on, feels really nice, but this is an aero tested DHB Aeron skin suit, so it's supposed to be really fast, and it's also got the number pocket on the back, so you can put your race number in there, which makes it more aero as well. So really nice looking kit. Energy wise, for the 12 hours, I've got 36 of these gels, 30 grams of carbs in each one, and what I'll do is I'll chuck 12 gels in a bottle, and I'll have a few bottles, and I've got a support team, so they'll hand me a new bottle of gels every time I go out, and I'm expecting that the 12 gels will last me roughly around 4 hours. And then I've also got the Torque energy drink, pink grapefruit flavour, really nice and refreshing, this one. So I'm going to have this as well. I'll probably just chuck 2, maybe 3 spoonfuls of this in each one of the bottles, and there's 15 grams of carbs in each spoonful. I mean, I probably won't go through all 36 gels and a load of energy drink, but I've got the 36 gels as backup, but I fully expect to get through at least 25-30 of them. So I've got the Torque energy bars as well. These have the same amount of carbs as the gels, so there's 30 grams of carbs in each one of these, and I'm only going to take 4 of these because I don't know if I'll actually have them, but you might fancy something a bit more solid when you're riding around, so I'm taking 4 just in case I have enough of gels and I'm like, oh god, I just want to have some something more solid like an energy bar. So I've got these. This one is, what is this? It was an organic zesty orange, and I've got an apple flavoured one. So yeah, really both nice flavours. Got 2 computers, so I'm actually going to live stream this. So one computer will be connected to my phone, and people will be able to follow me during the event. I mean, as this goes out, it will have happened, so you might have seen it, but I did it last year and it made it really interesting for people to see how I was getting on in my progress. And then the other computer will be on my bike, which I'll see because it will easily last the 12-hour duration. But when you're streaming the ride and with your phone, the battery, it just drains the battery, so I need 2 of these, and that's just so people can follow me. And this is pretty much what I'll have for the race. I was going to try some solid foods last year, but I found that it was just so hard to eat them, even though it was 12 hours, the intensity you're riding for, it was just so hard to eat like a sandwich or something like that, which you think that you might want. So gels just worked fine last time, so I'm just going to stick to what I did last year. So the challenges in the 12 hour, the one main one is the mental aspect of it. You know, I'm used to doing an Ironman, which is like 8 hours, 8.5 hours, something like that. But the 12 hours, like, you know, you're going to be out there for 12 hours. It's 50% longer than an Ironman. And last time I found it really hard when you got like 2.5 hours in. You were starting to feel a bit of the effort, but you were still like, I've got 9.5 hours left, which is longer than what I spend out on the course for an entire Ironman. So mentally, it's really draining until you get to like halfway. So 6 hours in, and then once you get 6 hours and you start counting it down, you're like, yes, I've only got 5 now. I've only got 4. And you use 3 different courses on this 12 hour. So there's like one that you stay on for about 4 hours or 5 hours, and you stay on another one for 4 or 5 hours, and then you get onto a finishing circuit for 2 hours. So it's quite nice when you change to a different circuit, breaks it up a bit, and then when you get onto the final circuit, it's a lot smaller, and you see your spectators, and you see all the other riders on the course a lot more frequently, and that kind of breaks it up a bit. But yeah, the mental aspect of the 12 hours is really tough. Pacing wise, I'll probably look to hold something like 280 to 300 watts, although I won't look at the power when I'm racing. I'll mainly be just looking at the speed and trying to keep it above 28 miles an hour. If you're in kilometres, about 45 k's an hour. So when the speed drops down to 40 or maybe under 40 kilometres an hour, I'll push it a bit harder. if I'm going over 50 k's an hour, I'll back off the power, and I'll just try and hold the highest speed I can rather than the power. And yeah, whatever the power is, it's really hard to know what kind of power you're going to hold for 12 hours, because there's so many more factors to the ride than just pacing it right. You know, you've got your nutrition for starters, you've got your core muscles just holding you in, you know, in the aero position for 12 hours. That's massive as well, because if you can't hold the aero position, you just lose so much time. So there's quite a few different aspects of the ride, not just pacing. Recording. So one thing what I'm going to do in the race, which is a bit different than what you might see other people do, is I'm going to have espressos in a bottle. I might mix it with like some cold oat milk or something like that, so I can have a nice iced latte as I go along. But if not, I'll mix it with some cold water or something like that, and I'm going to have 2 double espressos in each one. And I think there might be about 200 milligrams, 250 milligrams of caffeine in one of them drinks, maybe more, who knows, but it should give me a decent lift. I've been on decaf a lot recently, so having a 2 double espressos in each drink, and if I have like 2 or 3 of them throughout the 12 hours, it's going to give me a nice little boost of caffeine. That's going to go down a treat in the race, that is. So we're up at crazy o'clock, 4:50 in the morning. Question on what you're about to do. I'm just laughing because my dad took a video on this, and I'm wondering if it's actually recording. So got our coffees ready. This is my breakfast, bit of porridge, some bananas in there, bit of honey. Legs feel alright, so yeah, looking forward to it. So just sharing the link for the 12-hour TT on Facebook.
Have a good one, Joe.
Yeah, you too, mate. Had my pre-ride caffeine mix, whatever it is. Tastes disgusting, but hopefully it will do the job. If it tastes that bad, you'd hope so. So yeah, ready to go. All well, I'd say all warmed up, but when you're riding for 12 hours, you're not going to do a warm up, are you? I'm not adding any. I don't need to add any more distance to it here. So yeah, all psyched up. Hopefully it will go all right. British record, hopefully. Hey boys, how you all feeling then?
Great, mate.
We've got you on the camera.
Oh, alive. Comp record.
Are you looking forward to it?
I think so. Mate, does this mean I'm as famous as Tom Oosterdyke now?
You'll be more famous than him. He's just famous because he doesn't shut up talking.
I've got a nicer bike anyway.
Yeah. You'll be on there for the ladies. Yeah. I'll get more female followers if we get good looking boys like you on there. Nice long day of riding. The hardest thing for me is not talking to anyone for 12 hours.
We'll talk about it, yeah. We'll talk. 15. Have a good ride.
Cheers, thanks guys.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go on.
Yeah, that's it.
To let you go.
Mr. Paul Hayward in front. Hey up! Hey up, our kids! Give us a wave to the camera. 4 hours 20 in. Legs are starting to feel it. 1, 292 watts average, and 45 k's an hour. 195 kilometers done in 4 hours 20. Just got to keep plugging away. It's quite a tough point, this is. Currently 6 hours and 15 minutes in, and this is possibly one of the most unpleasant rides I've ever had in my life. I feel like blew up about 2 hours ago. Went for about 45 minutes with no drink at one point. Really hanging on. Average power's gone down to 281 watts. Just really trying to get through this. I could have stopped a little while ago. I'll catch you in a couple of hours and see. Hopefully it's just a bad patch. Energy. Feeling a bit better now. Good boy. So, since the last one, I'm now 9 hours and 10 minutes in. I went through a good patch after the last one. Bad patch, bloody good, bad. I've had more ups and downs than a yo-yo. I don't even know what I'm on at the moment. Just can't wait for it to be over. 407 kilometres, 9 hours 10 in so far. I'm on for the record. It's not going to be pretty. So I've got an hour and 7 minutes left. Been on these quiet roads now for about hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. Average speed's 44 k's an hour, and I've done basically 300 miles now, just under, I think 298, 299 in 10:53. I feel okay. About as good as what you can expect this far in. 22 miles, 23 to get the record. So I should get it unless I completely detonate. Fingers crossed.
Good work, mate. That was absolutely horrendous. I blew after about 4 hours.
Yeah, really.
I'm never doing one of them again.
You did this last time, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'm 100% now. Fuck that, that was way too hard.
Definitely not again then.
Definitely not again. Mate, I felt like I was going to cry after about 5 hours.
Really?
I was just completely depleted. I was fucking dehydrated, I had a banging headache. I was like, and I've got 7 hours left for this, 7.5 hours. It's fucking torture. I'd rather go to prison.
Yeah. What'd you get then, Joe?
About 326 maybe, something like that.
326.
And then the top, what topped off at the end was I came round with 2 minutes to go and had to ride away.
Yeah.
I felt like saying, just call it there.
Yeah.
That'll do.
He come round here with like...
You might as well just stopped if you'd done it there. Just pulled on.
the road.
I
What's that
know.
headwind like? Pretty grim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
like,
it
it was just,
yeah,
I mean, it
Tick
wasn't
says well
too
done.
bad. Cheers. Oh, God.
He's buggered
Some
now.
more.
Oh, I've got loads left. I need to sit down.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Alright guys, so that's the 12-hour done for another year. God, I forgot how hard those 12 hours are, and I remember last time saying I'm never doing one again, but after doing it this time I'm definitely never doing one of them ever again. Mentally it was absolutely soul destroying. First 3.5 hours felt alright, was going really good. I was like, this is easy, I'm going to smash this. And then within an hour I started feeling a bit tired. And then we got sent on to the second circuit, and I went for about an hour period with not getting a drink because the support team crews didn't know that we were going to be swapping. It's kind of like a spare of the moment decision when they do it, so it kind of took them by surprise. So we missed them at a feed station. It was just getting quite hot then. It was about 11:30. Just so dehydrated, went for about 50 minutes with no drink, and it really took it out of me. And I could just see the power going down the whole time. And then from 5.5 hours until 8 hours in, I was in a really bad patch, and I thought, screw this. I thought, I don't need this. I'm stopping. Like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, pulled a bit of a paddy, but managed to come round. And I mean, I don't think I would have pulled out, but I was so close to doing it. But really pleased that I managed to stick in with it. Got to 10 hours onto the final finishing circuit. Got a bit of a lift. that's a lot smaller one, 10-mile circuit, so you see everyone a lot more frequently, and that really does spur you on. And then when I knew the record was in sight, so it was awesome. So really pleased to be able to top it off and get the record. Thanks to everyone that came out and supported me. There were so many local cyclists, triathletes, everyone that came up, and I've had a lot of messages afterwards as well, so really appreciate it all. And Tom Oosterich, it's your turn next year for the 12 hour. I'll come and support you.